Hey everybody, it's Emma. Thank you very much for joining me in this video today. I am bringing you another top 5 video. This one is called Oldies But Goodies. So these are things that I've had in my collection often for years that I continue to go back to, I continue to think are stellar products. These are all drugstore products. Obviously, they're all cruelty-free, and all of these things you can still get now if you want to. None of them are limited edition. And I just think it's a good idea to kind of check back in. I find it for myself anyway. It's a good idea for me to check back in with what I have. I have definitely noticed myself getting kind of swept up in the hype of all the new holiday stuff coming out, and everything looks so pretty and sparkly and I want it all, but I don't really need it. And hopefully this kind of video will inspire you to look at your own collection, see what stuff you might already have, maybe kind of take the frenzy down a little bit. Not saying it's not fun to buy new makeup, but if you need to kind of temper your enthusiasm, like I do, because I just don't have the money to buy all the things that I want, hopefully this kind of video will help. So let's dive in. So the first thing I want to mention while we're talking about holiday eyeshadow palettes, all the eyeshadow all the time, I would like to remind myself, and perhaps remind you, that you can get some frickin' stellar eyeshadows at the drugstore, and I am talking about Wet n Wild. Wet n Wild kills it when it comes to eyeshadows, at least in their permanent range. I've certainly had some hits and misses with their limited edition palettes, but I think their permanent range of eyeshadows, be it their single shadows, their trios, or their 8-pan palettes, are just fantastic. So just a quick couple mentions. This is a classic. This is the Comfort Zone palette. It is $5. I am wearing it today. I'm wearing one shadow from this palette. I'm wearing the Definer shade here, which is this cool kind of duochrome. Has a brown base with a blue-green reflect. It's a very common duochrome shade. I see it in a lot of higher-end palettes also, and you can just buy it right here for $5. So let me swatch out a few of these for you. Now, all of these shadows are shimmery, which I don't mind. They're very creamy, very easy to work with, nicely pigmented. And it's a great range of shades for something a little bit more neutral that can also be kind of fun. Like that Definer shade is so cool. It makes a very cool smoky eye. You can keep this quite subdued if you want to. It's just beautiful. Another of their 8-pan palettes that I love is the purple one, Petal Pusher. This has some gorgeous shades in it. Ooh, almost broke some makeup, but I didn't. This has some gorgeous shades in it. Has this really cool kind of rosy, well, as I'm not even on camera, rosy duochrome. It has this gorgeous shiny metallic kind of lilac color. These purples are great. The sparkly black is super fun. There are those swatched out. I find this red a really interesting color. It's got a little gold in it, a little purple, a little kind of rose that, oh my god, look, it looks wet, that shadow. It's just beautiful. Again, $5. The trios are amazing. This one in Silent Treatment is my favorite. It's kind of a cool toned, can be quite smoky, can be pretty neutral. It's beautiful. So I just think that you might want to peruse Wet n Wild's permanent collection of eyeshadows next time you're really feeling like I need to buy all the $50 palettes. Go for it if you can, if you want to, but just remember that there are some really fantastic eyeshadows already in your drugstore. While we're talking about Wet n Wild, let's talk about one of my other favorite products from them, and I have a lot. That probably should be a video in and of itself, but for the time being, let's talk about their MegaLast nail polishes. These are $2.50 on Wet n Wild's website. I often see them for $2 in my drugstore. They're just fantastic. I'm wearing this one. This is called Haze of Love on my nails right now. They're a little messy. I'm going to continue doing some nail art, so I didn't want to clean them up, although now I'm thinking I probably should for filming, but here's reality, folks. This is 2 coats, no top coat anything, very shiny, full color, opaque. They have a great brush. It's kind of that thicker, flat brush. I find the formula lasts really well. Full disclosure, I tend to change my nail polish every other day, every couple days. Sometimes I'll do a design that I want to keep on for a week, and these will last that long, but longevity is not necessarily my highest priority. I own most of these, and a lot of the limited edition nail polishes in this formula. This is a very safe package. If you see this package from Wet n Wild, you can pretty much bet that it will be a good nail polish. I don't think I've ever had, outside of maybe a color not working for me, the actual formula of these has never been a miss. Some other ones that I really love, this is Sugarcoat. It is a sheer kind of baby pink. I like to use this with nail art, or if I want something very, very neutral, I'll just throw a couple of layers, that's the word I was looking for, of this on my nails. They also have 2% milk, which is a little bit more neutral, a little less pink. I read a good book is the perfect red. It's the only red you're ever going to need. You don't need to spend 10 times as much on a nail polish. That's all you need. It's all you need right there. It's the perfect kind of Marilyn Monroe holiday, just true red. One of my favorites for fall and winter, although this one's really nice too. This is Disturbia. It is a very, very deep purple. It has a slight shimmer to it, and it's absolutely gorgeous. This is my 3rd bottle of it. I go through it a lot. On a Trip is a really fun kind of lilac periwinkle. I love this in the spring and summer, anytime really. And I mean, I could do a whole video just on those nail polishes. If you want, let me know. I can do that. But there's no reason to spend a ton of money on nail polishes unless you like it. I mean, obviously, you know, this is all my opinion. I find it very difficult to spend a lot of money on nail polishes because these ones are just so freaking good. The next thing I want to mention is what I'm wearing on my lips right now. On my lips at the moment is the NYX Butter Gloss in Eclair. These were a huge item on YouTube a few years ago. I don't hear anybody talk about these anymore, but I still think they are some of the best glosses on the market. They're drugstore, cruelty-free. They do smell strongly of sweetness. It doesn't last, but if that bothers you, unfortunately, these are probably not going to be your cup of tea. But I just think they're beautiful. They are not uncomfortable at all. My lips just feel nicely moisturized. Like I can tell that there's something on them, but they don't feel gloopy or sticky. When I talk, I'm not getting that kind of connected string of product between my lips. You know how some really thick glosses just feel gross when you're talking? These don't. I think even if you don't really like lip glosses, I think you would still like these. I could be wrong, but I just think they're fantastic. So like I said, this is the shade Eclair. Oh, smells so freaking good. Ooh, didn't really leave room. It's that really nice kind of 60s bubblegum pink, but because it's a gloss, I find it makes it a lot more wearable. So, you know, that's what I'm wearing right now. I don't think I have concealer lips. I don't think I look dead or washed out. It's a great pairing with a smoky eye. If you want something a little bit more neutral, the Butter Gloss in Creme Brulee is kind of the neutral version, a little bit more peachy. You can see the difference right there. These are nicely pigmented. You are going to get some color, especially if you move into the darker ones. This is the Butter Gloss in the shade Devil's Food Cake. This is my go-to for fall. It's beautiful. I love putting this over top of Wet n Wild's Cherry Bomb MegaLast lipstick. MegaLast lipsticks could have been in this video too, but it's just a beautiful, again, really nice fall color. They smell fantastic. I love them. If you have been looking for a gloss that you are not going to hate wearing, these might be an option. They also have an intense version. I happen to have one right here. This is the Intense Butter Gloss in Black Cherry Tart. I find these a little bit less comfortable. I'll still wear them. They come in beautiful colors, although these darker shades do tend to feather out a little bit. They still smell really nice. I find these to feel a little bit more gloppy. I don't personally mind that so much, whatever that says about me. But just so you know, even the paler shades, the more neutral shades in the intense glosses, I feel that they're a little bit thicker, which makes sense since they have more pigment to them, but just as a heads up. The next thing I want to talk about were also items that were hyped to death on YouTube years ago. Haven't really heard anybody talking about them, but I still think they're a great product. That is the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencils. I have more than this in my collection, but they're missing in action at the moment, so I will show you the ones that I have. These are great either just to wear as eyeshadows or as bases for things. This one in Black Bean is a matte black. It's a really great base for smoky eyes. They're very creamy, comfortable, easy to blend, but they also don't travel. They don't get patchy. This one is the worst named one ever. It's in the shade Cottage Cheese. I don't know why, but it's just gross to me. I'm not a big fan of cottage cheese, though. And then the word cottage cheese, phrase, I don't know. But not important. It is a shimmery white. It's a great inner corner highlight. It is a great base for kind of paler, shimmery eyeshadows. Whew, my brain's starting to leave. And then this one in Rust is one of my favorites. It is just kind of that perfect fall, rusty red color that is popular in lots of eyeshadow palettes right now. And you can get the same effect for, I think these are about $4, $4 or $5. You can get them at, I find them often in my local CVS stores. You can get them at Ulta, obviously online. And they come in a lot of really beautiful colors. I think they're worth a look if you're looking for something like a cream eyeshadow that'll be really quick and easy to use. If you want something for a base, I think they're fantastic. Last but not least, I want to talk about tools. Specifically, e.l.f. brushes. Now, e.l.f. is one of those companies that is just constantly churning out new product, new product, new product, new product, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But I think, you know, every time they churn out a new product, it's just a little bit more expensive. And I have some of their more expensive brushes and they're beautiful, but I think their original and their studio line of brushes are so good. This brush was $1. This is the professional eyeshadow brush. It's just a flat brush, really great for placing product, patting in product. I will use the end of it to work with the lower lash line. It's just a really fantastic brush. And then these are some of my favorite brushes ever. These are from the Studio line. Is it the Studio line? Yes, Studio. These are $3. This crease brush is my go-to. It's one of my favorite brushes of all time. Like, this is all you need. This is all you need for any eyeshadow look you're going to do pretty much. This $2, $1, whatever, flat product to, flat brush to lay down product. Again, you've got that thin line so you can do a little bit more precise work if you want. And then this for blending. That's all you need. This complexion brush is amazing. $3. Again, it's great for, I usually use it to powder my face. You could use it for bronzer. You could use it for blush if you want a really diffused look. It's just fantastic. It's not to say more expensive brushes aren't nice. However, I don't think you need expensive brushes. There are really fantastic, cruelty-free synthetic brushes at the drugstore, less than $5. All of these brushes is less than $10. And there you have it. I am stopping myself because I could certainly probably do a part 2 of this video. There is just a lot of really great products that I think can get overlooked in the new product hype, in the wave of new stuff constantly coming out. If you have any kind of tried and true products, some oldies but goodies in your collection that you've had for years and you're always going back to because they're just great products, I would love to know in the comment section below. Please help me spend more money that I shouldn't spend on makeup, but I'm gonna anyway because it's fun. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any other questions, comments, video requests, anything like that, you can leave them in the comment section below. I really appreciate your time and your attention watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.